Peace and blessings, soul family. I love you all. Hope everyone's doing well. We're still talking about Sankhya and non-dual Shaiva Tantra. So we're actually going to speak about the Creatrix Prakrti. So this is from Tantra Illuminated. Prakrti, secondary materiality. Prakrti, sometimes translated as nature and sometimes translated as materiality, really refers to the entire physical universe of matter and energy. Matter and energy were recognized as aspects of each other by the early Indian philosophers, whereas in the West, the discovery is still so recent, Einstein about 110 years ago, that we don't have a single word for matter energy as Sanskrit does, Prakrti. In the human microcosm, Prakrti refers to the body-mind field. Just as matter and energy are aspects of each other, the body and mind are not separate, but on a continuum. The mind is the subtlest aspect of the body, and the body is the most tangible aspect of the mind. This is why disease in the mind affects the body and vice versa. Prakrti can also refer to the unmanifest field of primordial materiality at the beginning of the universe, out of which the lower tattvas are created. In this form, Prakrti consists of perfect balance of the three gunas, or qualities of nature: sattva, lucidity and lightness; rajas, energy and passion; and tamas, darkness, heaviness, and inertia. These three gunas recombine in various proportions to make all the tattvas, 14 to 36. The field of Prakrti, then, is everything that can become an object of consciousness. Example, everything except the tattvas that we have yet to address. However, note that in Tantra, Prakrti is defined as secondary materiality because there is a higher principle, Maya, which is the primary source of the material universe. This is from Sankhya Darshan, from the Bihar School Yoga and Swami Niranjanananda Saraswati. In regard to Prakrti and the qualities of Prakrti, the first point to consider is that the entire creation is a series of effects. If you look at creation as a series of effects, then you will wonder what is the cause of all these myriad of forms and myriad of effects. These effects are both gross and subtle. Gross means something that can be perceived with the senses, like trees, mountains, stones, fruits, and flowers. The subtle manifestation is everything that you cannot perceive externally through the senses, but which exist and subsist in the mind, such as thoughts, desires, intellect, and self-identity. There have been a wide-ranging discussions to discover the original or primary cause, or mula pradhana, to explain the manifestation of so many different effects. There are two schools of thought in Sankhya. One school says that Purusha is the cause, and the other says that Purusha cannot be the cause because Purusha is free from cause and effect. Purusha is not the cause of any gross or subtle object, nor is Purusha an effect. Purusha is pure, static consciousness, and therefore something else must be the primary cause, the mula pradhana. Purusha is pure absolute knowledge, jnana. It in that pure unadulterated state of being, where only total knowledge exists, there is no primary cause or primary effect. The cause and effect both dissolve the knowledge, therefore Purusha cannot be the primary cause. Purusha is not an effect in the sense that it is neither gross nor subtle. It exists in the form of akasha, space, or ether. It is vast and infinite, like the boundless space. You cannot contain space in any way, form, or place, because limitation is not the nature of absolute space. Therefore, something else has to be the primary cause of this entire manifest creation. Different philosophical systems have gone through a process of speculation, analysis, and observation in relation to this question. Buddhism, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, and Mimamsa have said that the main cause of creation is the subtle substance known as Paramanyo, the atomic structure which gives rise to the manifestation of earth, water, fire, and air as combinations of these ultimate atoms. There are atoms and molecular structures in these four elements, therefore it was argued many centuries ago that the atom is the prime cause of manifestation. However, Vedanta and Mahayana, a later school of Buddhism, maintain that the primary cause of creation is consciousness, Chaitanya, because consciousness controls both the gross and subtle molecular and atomic structures. See, I might be able to squeeze this one in. Sankhya's theory of manifestation is also sometimes called the theory of creation or theory of evolution. According to Sankhya, the process of creation or manifestation has two forms, gross and subtle. The atomic theory can definitely be accepted for the existence of the gross manifestation, which is perceivable through the senses. However, you cannot explain the subtle manifestation by the atomic theory. There must have another cause. You can say that the consciousness is the primary cause for the manifestation of subtle states, such as different states of mind. But consciousness cannot create the molecular, atomic, or subatomic particles, such as neutrons, protons, and electrons, by thought alone. Therefore, in order to understand evolution, Sankhya established this theory of manifestation. Sankhya brings in Prakrti as the primary cause of creation, and Prakrti is defined as both insentient, jada, and subtle, shukshma. Sankhya can explain both gross manifestations, such as objects or the body, and subtle manifestations, such as the ego or thoughts, because of these attributes of Prakrti. By citing the concept of Prakrti as a primary cause, it is possible to explain how things in general, and body and mind in particular, came into being. This basic concept of Sankhya enables the theory of manifestation to be used in a person's search for self-understanding. So this is the video just kind of explaining what Prakrti is. She is the creatrix. She is both the subtle and gross, the manifest and unmanifest. It is anything that you see in the world around you. Oh, 108. Joppa time. But anything that you see within the physical creation, or also anything that you see in your subtle subjective experience. So every thought you think, every emotion you feel, everything that you identify with, the subtle aspects of like the astral plane, visualization, the imagination, all that is contained within Prakrti. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here so this video fits on both, and I'll actually come back and do another video about the attributes of Prakrti found in Sankhya Darshan. I love you all. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Peace and blessings.